So what I see now is something beautiful, something that makes my inner value investor clutch his pearls and my inner growth investor start doing backflips. We are talking about Palantir Technologies, that mysterious government contract winning, data crunching behemoth that Wall Street can't seem to make up its mind about. Let me paint you a picture. It's August 11th, 2026. The sun is shining, birds are chirping, and Philips Securities just dropped a bombshell that has the Palantir army buzzing like a hive of caffeinated bees. What did they do? They raised their price target on Palantir. Now you might be thinking, oh, that's cool. Analysts raise price targets all the time. What's the big deal? Here's what I observe. That isn't just an upgrade. This is Philips Securities looking at Palantir's Q2 results and saying, you know what? These guys are actually pulling it off. The firm increased its revenue and net profit forecast for fiscal year 2026 by 6% after Palantir delivered better than expected Q2 results. And they are not alone. What we observe is that 20 analysts have revised their earnings estimates upward for the coming period. 20. That's not a coincidence, that's a signal. So grab your popcorn, folks, as we are about to dive deep into the Palantir story, the good, the bad, and how this thing still trading at these valuations. Let's get into it. If you like such analysis and news, and for more stock news, please like, share, and subscribe. So what is Palantir anyway, and why should you care? Now before we get to the juicy stuff, let's take a step back, because what I say is that the same question is always asked, what does this company actually do? Fair question. Palantir isn't like Apple, where you can hold an iPhone in your hand. It's not like Netflix, where you can binge watch Stranger Things. Palantir is the kind of company that makes your eyes glaze over at a dinner party, unless you're talking to someone who actually understands what enterprise data integration means. Here's the simple version. Palantir builds software that helps organizations make sense of their data. Governments use it to track terrorists and coordinate military operations. Corporations use it to optimize supply chains, detect fraud, and figure out why their sales are tanking in Ohio. Think of it as the ultimate organizational brain, connecting dots that nobody else could even see, let alone connect. What we observe is that Palantir has two main platforms: Foundry for commercial customers and Gotham for government clients. And then there is the secret sauce, the ontology platform. According to Philips Securities analyst Alif Famin, Palantir's ontology platform and artificial intelligence platform tools are key drivers of operational automation and enterprise AI adaptation. What is the ontology? I like to think of it as the digital twin of an entire organization. Instead of just looking at data, the ontology understands how a business actually works, its assets, processes, and decisions. It's like giving an AI a map of the entire company and saying, go wild. This is why Palantir has a two-step edge in enterprise AI that standalone large language models simply can't replicate. You can't just plug in ChatGPT and expect it to understand your company's messy, chaotic, beautiful operations. Now looking at the numbers, which don't lie, and they aren't, and they are glorious. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the financials, because what I see here is honestly kind of insane. Palantir reported Q2 26 revenue of 1.94 billion, up 93% year over year. Let me say that again, 93% in this economy, with interest rates doing whatever they are doing and the AI sector getting whipsawed like a roller coaster at Six Flags. The company crushed FactSet consensus estimates, with the revenue coming in 6.8% above expectations, and operating income and margin coming in 10.5% higher than projected. Free cash flow and margin increased by 9.0% as well. That isn't just growth. This is where we are lapping our competitors while they are still trying to tie their shoes growth. And here's where it gets really interesting. The US commercial segment grew by staggering 149% year over year. Now, in fact, one analyst described Palantir as a time traveler having already arrived in the future of AI. Now, looking at the Philips Securities upgrade, breaking it down, let me get back to the main event. Philips Securities raised its price target to 215 from 202. The stock was trading at 175.23 at the time, with a market cap of 421 billion. So we are looking at about 23% upside from current levels, and that is what I find fascinating and what I observe as a student of market psychology. Philips Securities maintained their assumptions for weighted average cost of capital and terminal growth in their discounted cash flow valuation model. In plain English, they didn't change their math. They just looked at the actual results and said, "Yep, our thesis was right. These guys are executing." The firm highlighted Palantir's position within the US government as remaining strong. That's the bedrock, and that's the foundation. The government doesn't just switch vendors on a whim. Once you are embedded in the national security apparatus, you are not going anywhere. It's like being the IT guy for a company that can't afford to have their systems go down, except the company is the United States of America. If you're enjoying the breakdown and you want more stock news about Palantir, please like, share, and subscribe. And it's not just Philips Securities. What we see is a wave of analyst upgrades following the Q2 report. UBS raised its price target to 220 and maintained the buy rating. Truist Securities bumped theirs to 223, citing demand for sovereign AI as a growth driver. Piper Sandra retaliated an overweight rating with 230 price target. So the average price target for Palantir is now at 189.9. So what we observe is that Palantir is operating several steps ahead of the rest of software in converting AI demand into real customer value. And that is not me saying that. That's Deutsche Bank analyst Brad Zurnick. The firm upgraded Palantir to buy with 200 price target after the Q2 earnings confirmed that Palantir is operating several steps ahead. So think about it like this: everyone else is selling you a hammer, Palantir is building you a house. They are not just giving you AI tools, they are integrating AI into your entire operational workflow. The ontology platform doesn't just generate insights, it enables AI applications to understand how an enterprise functions and execute workflows within existing business operations. It's the difference between having a really smart assistant and having an assistant who knows exactly how your company works, who to talk to, what the rules are, and how to get things done. That's Palantir's moat, and it's getting wider by the day. What do you think about the stock and the upgrade? Please like, share, and subscribe for more stock news like this.